I don't know about you, but whenever I drink some coffee from the open door, I feel like I get a lot of spirit. Feeling spirited these days. Maybe even more so because Spirit Day is coming up a week from today. We're going to talk about it today with the CEO of the Spirit of the North Healthcare Foundation, Aimee. Going to drop by and tell us what we're fundraising for and how it makes a difference, because the stories you hear, that's how you understand the true impact of all the funding. All that and more coming up on CKPG Today. As you can tell, the grass is getting a little greener, things are getting nicer outside, and that means the motorbikes are getting ready to hit the road. And well, it's a good time for some reminders today and to share a few stories as well. We're going to do that today with Tracy from ICBC and Derek, a longtime motorcycle rider as well. Tracy, we'll start with you. Tell me a little bit about this time of year, because it's an important time of year for everyone who's on a bike.
Absolutely. With the warmer weather, not today, but there's a lot more motorcyclists getting out on the road. And so we're asking that people freshen up their skills, before they go out riding. So even the most experienced riders could use practice. So, grab a set of cones, go to an empty parking lot, and, practice your emergency braking and your obstacle avoidance. If you're a new rider, definitely recommend taking professional lessons and a course. It's highly beneficial for your safety.
Yeah, no kidding. And motorbikes now in northern BC, the season's a little bit different than elsewhere in the province, but the same risks apply.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, that period, our winter being so long, again, your skills can get a little rusty. So really important to freshen up your skills.
Definitely. Okay, well, now to share a few stories here today about the importance of sharpening up skills and being ready for whatever life throws at you. I feel like we got the guy to talk about that with us today, Derek, who, he said you've been riding bikes since you could walk.
Yeah, that's right.
But tell me a little bit about your story here, and you're standing here today. It's a bit of a miracle.
It is, yeah. This is, it's nice to speak to you today, Caden. This is the aftermath of a very serious motorcycle accident where I almost died and I almost ended up a quadriplegic. The only thing that saved me is I had a very muscular and strong upper body, and the neurosurgeon said that's the only thing that saved me from that. I've ridden dirt bikes and motocross since I could walk. I've always had the fastest street bikes or the fastest dirt bikes. Very, very experienced rider, expert level. And I think it's maybe the confidence of that allows you to get a little bit carried away sometimes. So the first thing I really want to talk about is speed. The faster you go, the harder the impact, and the more serious injuries you're going to suffer from. I've had 10 surgeries. I've got 2 more to go. I suffered a broken neck, a broken back, 9 broken vertebrae, both lungs partially collapsed, a broken sternum, a broken right wrist, smashed both my hands. My right wrist was broken so bad that one of the wrist bones went up into the back of my hand.
Oh my goodness.
You can see the scar there.
Wow. Yeah.
And the surgeon that did the surgery said it was so bad that she had to really fight to get the bone back into the place in my wrist.
Wow.
So I've got everything screwed together there now. I've got a spinal cage in my neck, a spinal cage in my back. I broke my lower left leg in 3 places. It's still broken in 1 place, and I've been walking on that for 2.5 years now.
Wow. And now what's the most, I guess the story today I think is important to remember. It can happen to anybody, even the most experienced riders and people that think they know what they're doing out there. How important is that to keep it in the back of your mind for anyone who's riding a bike?
The thing to remember when you're on a bike is you've got no protection around you. Any impact you suffer is not crumpling fenders, it's crumpling you. And the aftermath of that is too much for me to go through in the spot that we've got here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mental struggles, there's a lot of physical struggles, there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of changes to your life that occur that you can't come back from. You can't change it. You can't go back in time and do it over again. Yeah. And the thing is, you got to be aware. You got to keep yourself out of danger all the time, and you have to keep yourself safe. The thing is, when something happens, you've got next to no opportunity to do something to change it. You've got to keep yourself away from something happening, and if you keep your speed down, at least if all else fails and something does happen, you suffer less of an impact when something does happen to you.
Yeah. Trace, I want to, because it's not only on the bikers themselves to, of course, give yourself as much protection as you can. It's also on drivers here. What are some tips for drivers when you see bikers on the road around you?
Yeah, for drivers, you know, most motorcycle crashes happen at intersections. So the top contributing factor to crashes for drivers involved in motorcycle collisions is distraction, followed by speed, and then following too close. So, you know, when you're at an intersection too, take that extra moment to really watch for motorcyclists. They can be hard to see, as well as it's hard to judge their distance and their speed. So again, just really keep your eyes open, stay alert, and really take that extra time to watch for motorcyclists.
Yeah. Give them a little bit of extra room. Now, of course, I wanted to give you the chance today and give you the floor to give some advice to drivers, to motorcyclists out there, and some words to live by. What would you say, Derek?
Well, as far as vehicle drivers are concerned, watch behind you, watch beside you. Don't change lanes in anger without looking like a lot of people do. And the best thing I can tell you is you got one chance to keep yourself safe, and it was 3 seconds ago.
That doesn't stick with you. I don't know what does. Thank you so much for your time today, Derek. Appreciate it. And of course, if you see dangerous work on the roads, whether it's drivers or whatever have you, you can always phone the non-emergency RCMP line as well, and they can help you out. But thanks so much for your time today, you guys, and definitely happy motorcycle season. It is an exciting part of the year, but important to get those reminders across as well. So thank you.
Thanks very much, Caden.
Now go get some bugs in your teeth.
The countdown to Spirit Day is on. The chance to raise big dollars for the Spirit of the North Healthcare Foundation, and Aimee Cassie in the studio today to talk about it. Thanks for making the time.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited for Spirit Day, 1 week away.
Yeah, I'm feeling spirited today because there's a reason to get excited for this year. There's so much planned. You guys got some cool items as well that you're looking to help fund.
We do. We've got some really great stuff this year. You know, some of the big stuff that sticks out, the door wraps for our seniors home at Gateway. That's big for our dementia patients. We've got a new maternal ultrasound that we're looking for our maternity team in Prince George.
Oh, wow.
New specialist that's relocated to Prince George.
Oh, really?
And so this is the equipment she needs to be able to do amniocentesis and keep mums here when they're having difficult pregnancies. Right now we're sending them all to Vancouver. So.
Yeah, BC Children's, I think,
yes.
for a lot, and women's.
Yep.
But
Yep. So looking to bring that here. And then we've got a liver retractor that we're focusing on for our cancer patients. That's a big one, very needed in town.
Yeah, this is something I didn't realize. I was doing some research about the liver retractor, and this is something that, I mean, it isn't necessarily a super complex piece of equipment, but we don't have it.
We don't have it, and we don't have the ability to do it here.
Yeah.
So events like Spirit Day allow us to fund that piece of equipment. We've got the expertise here, and give them the tools and let them do what they do, and let's bring the very best in care closer here to home.
Well, here's the thing that you're touching on with the specialists relocating here, the piece of equipment to match. It's always great that you guys get the chance, because it's obviously very hard to attract specialists here. And whatever we can do to help them, you know, stay here, live here, love it here, and do their work here. I feel like this is the kind of the part of the definition of Spirit of the North.
It really is. It's one of the biggest things that we do is looking to get tools in the hands of our healthcare professionals, entice them to Prince George to practice here. I mean, it is arguably, I would say, one of the best and most beautiful places, pardon me, in Canada to live. And we've got to attract them here. And so one of the ways to do that is to have state-of-the-art equipment. But even more important than that, that state-of-the-art equipment helps our patients. It helps our neighbors, our friends, our family, and we need it here. And so we fight very hard to bring that very best equipment here and to support our families. That's a big piece of what we do.
Now, get me if I'm wrong. Last year's Spirit Day, the optical equipment was part of this.
Yes.
And is making a huge impact already, right?
It's making a huge impact already. We're moving through that wait list incredibly quickly. And that's, again, something that people don't often realize. Wait lists on surgeries can be very intense. And so when we're able to double capacity, that allows us to move through those lists. And Prince George services all of the northern region. So that's another big thing to remember. We are that regional referral center. So we've got big lists here that we need to work through.
Yeah, definitely. I think we should address the elephant in the room, the cardiac care piece too here, because this is another big piece.
This is another big piece, something we have been fighting for oh gosh, since I've been with Spirit.
Yeah.
Cardiac has been a big one for us. We've got the cardiac care unit, which is now opened at UHNBC, and that's, I say to people, that's infancy. Like that's the very beginning of this broader program and plan that there is in place for interventional cardiac care, keeping our patients in the north, and you're going to see us work very hard to bring that interventional cardiac care to the north. We've done things with our cardiac teams to get tools in their hands that is already changing the scope of cardiac care in the region, but we've got way bigger things that we're looking forward to really support our patients.
Yeah, well, it's just so exciting because, anything cardiac related for so many years, you had to go away. And now you're chipping away just a little bit by little bit.
Yep.
And it's not easy to do because you can't just build it all at once. You got to kind of chip away.
You got to chip away. You got to build the teams. You got to build the strength in the teams. And so we've actually been working on one of our first cohorts of cardiac nurses is graduating.
Oh, wow.
And so we've been working really closely with them. We're very excited for them. And again, it's that start. It's that planting the seed of something so much bigger to come for the north.
Yeah.
And we need it. I mean, the need is there. The gap is huge that we're aiming to close. But I believe we've got the support to do it. We know we've got the patient loads that we need to support. And one of the things that I find with Spirit is we get a lot of families that come in to share their cardiac stories. And man, those stories are intense, they're sad, there's some hope in the stories. But I think the common theme is that everyone that shares their story is on board to work to help us close this gap, and so that's something we're working hard at.
Yeah, cardiac. It's like cancer. If
Yes.
it hasn't touched you, it's touched someone in your family. So,
Yep.
Spirit Day going to be happening. When, where, and how can people donate?
So Spirit Day, you can go online, spiritofthenorth.ca, to donate and kind of get an idea of everything that we're funding, a full description. It'll be on Wednesday, May 7th, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Prestige Treasure Cove. So we invite everyone to come down, hang out with us for the day, answer a couple of calls. We've got some awesome teams coming in, and we're just excited. Spirit Day is such a fun day for us to talk to the community about the work that's happening and get that community support. I mean, I think it's that peer-to-peer fundraiser that's just it's the magic of Prince George.
Hey, it is the magic of Prince George. You're part of the magic of Prince George, Aimee, so give yourself a pat on the back.
No, it's the community. We live in one pretty impressive, amazing community.
No doubt, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars been raised for Spirit Day throughout the years. Help us build on that total of Madison Media here in Spirit Day and Spirit of the North Healthcare Foundation. Looking forward to being a great day there. Thanks,
Awesome.
Aimee.
Thank you so much for having us.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
Prince George is having its first ever lung walk coming up here on May 3rd, and so lucky to have Janelle Halderson in the studio today to talk a bit more about it. Thanks for making the time today, Janelle. This is the first one ever in Prince George.
First one ever, and if it's successful, hopefully it continues every year. Like, it will be something that I do every year.
It's exciting. Happening at Lheidli T'enneh Memorial Park, right?
Yep.
Perfect. So tell me a little bit about the organization of the walk, the lung walk, because this is probably not something that you can just, it doesn't happen overnight. You got to work very hard on this.
It has been an experience for sure. Yeah, I've had a lot of help with Sylvia Masich has helped me a lot because she organized the Terry Fox Run. And in order to organize an event like this, you have to do a traffic management plan, you have to rent the space, you have to, there's a whole bunch of little steps that I've had to complete.
And so for this, it's pretty cool. What I found most fascinating talking to you before this is the reason why you're doing it. Tell me a little bit about this and so the viewers get to know as well.
Well, ultimately, my dad passed away from COPD in August of 2024, and that was kind of my driving factor for organizing something like this, because we do live in an area where we are more susceptible to wildfire smoke complications, and lots of kids have asthma, and BC Lung is just doing all kinds of stuff for the province. So
no kidding. I mean, it's a tough place to live, Prince George, especially the bowl gets socked in with dust, you know, in the spring, and then in the summer it's pollen and all the other contaminants in the air, the wildfire smoke like you're talking about. And talk a little bit about some of the reaction that you've heard from the community as well. Like when you're talking to people about the lung walk, they must be pretty excited to take part.
I think it's still kind of getting out there a little bit, because it is the first one. I'm not, like, we're pretty new to Prince George, so people don't really know who I am yet.
Gotcha.
So
okay, this is even cooler then. A good way to kind of know the community. Prince George loves to support events, so I think this will do very well at Lheidli T'enneh Park. Your dad or your grandfather, right?
No, my father.
Your father, okay. So talk to me a little bit about the guy that he was, because lots of people don't know, like asthma is not something, and COPD is not something that, it's not something easy to deal with. And it's kind of a really tough thing to struggle and stick handle all the time.
Yeah. So for the last year of his life, he was in the hospital probably every single month with breathing issues and pneumonia and all those types of things. And it just kept getting like worse and worse the older he got. And he was only 73.
Wow.
So
that's tough. Yeah, and I mean, there's lots of people who struggle with this on a daily basis. Lots of people that I know, and people that definitely. So all the funds raised from the walk to me through a little bit about where those go as well, because I think every dollar matters.
Everything goes directly to the BC Lung Foundation, and they use it to support all different kinds of things around the province. The one major thing that sticks out to me is their asthma education camps. So for kids ages 8 to 10, they can attend those camps, and there's even $1,000 travel allowance to help kids that aren't in that area to go down and attend them as well.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Huh, I didn't know that. Asthma, a very common thing here in Canada, unfortunately, the way it is, whether it's seasonal or all the time as well. So just looking for anyone of any age to come out and walk for this event, hey?
Yep, and it is a themed event.
Okay.
Yes, you can dress up in a superhero costume if you want to, and you can run it, you can walk it, you can skip it, you can do whatever you want.
What superhero are you going to dress up as?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Haven't decided yet? Well, we'll see. We'll have to see who I figure out. Maybe there's so many superheroes to pick from. It makes sense for the long walk to dress as a
strap on a cape. You don't have to dress up if you don't want to, but the option is there. We don't really have a lot of themed runs here.
No, we don't.
So and they're my personal favorite. So.
It's a good way, a fun way to raise awareness about folks affected by lung conditions and all that good stuff. Thanks so much for coming in today, Janelle.
Yes, thank you.
Of course, we'll put all the details on ckpgtoday.ca about the lung walk, how you can participate, how you can support, and of course, all the great stuff that you're doing to organize this event for the first time here.
Yes,
so
and it is called the Heroic Steps 5K.
The Heroic Steps 5K.
Yes,
I like
that is the name of it.
Iconic outfits and an iconic name.
Yes.
Well done. Thanks.
Great. Thank you.
Taking a look outside at today's CKPG Snapshot. This is another shot from James Duncan. Captured this sunset on the highway between Vanderhoof and PG. James Duncan always loved to get updates on his travels, usually out in the Vanderhoof region. So this is another evidence of James Duncan getting out and about. And you know what? I love to hear it, and I love that he's an active guy. If you have to catch us snapshots, send them our way. Thank you. If you have a snapshot, send them our way. Snapshot@ckpg.com. Hey there, got an idea or a suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca.
I dare you to listen up today in history. Why dare? Because the DARE program is the featured content today. Did you take it? Maybe you remember I took it, and their acronym does stand for something very important. I'll let the Today in History take it away.
Taking a look back to 98, what was trendy back then? The DARE program. Perhaps you went through the DARE program. And basically, it was all about drugs, alcohol, resistance education. That's what DARE stands for, D-A-R-E. And as claimed by this article, a little kid at Hart Highlands, Stephen, says he now knows how to say no 8 different ways. It's like a toddler, almost. When resisting the offer of drugs, several responses you can use. No, maybe making an excuse. All this education taught by that DARE program, which ran into the mid-2000s in School District 57.
If anything, if I know anything here on the show, I just wanted to point out, much like Director Alex doesn't listen to his mechanic in his car, he doesn't take the DARE program either. He didn't in high school anyways. So there you go. That's why the cameras shake time to time. I'm kidding. All jokes aside. Okay, thanks so much for watching today. Thanks, Director Alex. I don't mean to offend. See you tomorrow. Stop shaking the camera.